Yu-Gi-Oh! Mint.com is now TradingCardMint.com. Please check out their selection of over 20,000 cards with prices cheaper than TCG Player.
What is up, YouTube? M40 here. We've been messing around with an older OTT list, kind of as we're heading into the BCS season here. I wanted to talk about some of the things that we've kind of noticed about this list, and just really little things. But first off, please check out our friends at TradingCardMint.com. Down below in the description, enter MCool40 on checkout. Save a little bit of money on your order. That's all I can really ask from you guys. You guys like saving money and you like new available cards. Well, there's that. Now, BCS shop qualifiers have given us this card, and this kind of changed a lot of the way that we look at this. So put this unit in your soul. Look at the top two cards of your deck. Put one card from among them on the top of your deck, and one card from among them on the bottom of your deck. And till the end of the turn, they increase your next trigger value by 10,000. So you get the ability to sift through the deck and stack essentially the next two. If you hit some bad mojo, it's fine, but your next trigger effect is going to get an additional 10k. So basically, the whole premise of this deck is to turbo through Bobo, combo with this, ping yourself for the damage, get the additional power, and start threatening lethal on the first stride. It's a pretty interesting concept, I'll say that. It's definitely one of the more interesting things that we saw the OCG come up with as of late. Now, this build hasn't shown up more as of recent, but that's not a bad thing. It doesn't particularly mean that the format is really doomed or anything. It just means that the concept might not have stuck, but this is interesting. So we have 4 copies of Hexagonal Megas. By the way, we were never going for Protect 2 in this deck, but this is on ride, stack, do what you want, get your gift marker. It is a 12k base. It's protect things. But once again, your OTT. Your whole life is to go through your deck and stack cards in ways that you'll be able to ping your opponent in the rush factor. And we have 4 copies of the Hexagonal Megas. Same thing here. On ride, we're sifting through. We're trying to look for those stacks, and we're trying to hit the trigger. And if we're looking and we encounter something that we don't want, well, you get rid of it. That's all that this grade 2 or 3 lineup is meant to do, and it does it beautifully. So the only problem that this deck is going to have, and this says something post format for Nubatama, but this deck does run on a very high hand count. And when you have something like Nubatama that just rushes into the format and disrupts what this deck wants to do, it's definitely very much a natural counter to this. Now, before that being said though, one interesting thing that OTT has going for it is the new OTT Battle Sister Orange. Let's call it Orange. So all clans are essentially getting 12Ks at this point in the form of grade 2s. And this was particularly interesting because this card, while it has no shield value, effectively counters any sort of early game rush that your opponent is going to try to do against you. Now, a lot of decks can not actually clear this number without boosters. Gold Paladin will still be able to rush this. I mean, to a way, you do try to mitigate the rush because you force more pressure. If you hit a 10k trigger on this, you actually are sitting at 22. And 1 defense trigger does make this pretty hard to touch, honestly. But this card specifically counters any sort of aggro rush that you're going to be facing. And that's something that up until the next set when Nuba gets more power, I do think that this you have to play this. This card is so good. It's actually crazy how 12Ks, by the way. I'm going to stop there. That's enough. Now I played the 4 copies. I never remember this guy's name. It's Rectangle Megas. Combos 1, Soul a Blast 1. Look at top 2 once again. Your top check, and you're like, okay, cool. Top 2. I want this one, and you're like, okay, cool. So go ahead and pass it on off, and then you're like, okay, I've resolved my deck skill. All right, and you see the trigger, you're like, okay, cool, we're good there. Now, This is the card that's supposed to make life all the better, because GB1, ping yourself, and you get the counter charge and soul charge. So basically, like I said, you see the trigger, you're like, okay, cool, Bobo, ping. Alright, we did it. We've hit the trigger, we've given power in the crit to our Vanguard, we're now swinging with the Vanguard and threatening lethal. Oh, by the way, all of your strides just disrupt your opponent. That's like the best thing about premium OTT. It's like all of your strides are like the best thing ever. Now, 4 copies of that beautiful Battle Sister Panate. These are going to be hard to acquire. I'm going to be straight honest with you guys. But what this card brings to the table for this deck, immense disruptability in the form of, you're going to have to guard that, or else, God, 20k on the first check and the crit. We play the 4 copies of Tetramagus. Who doesn't like being able to put ye old critical trigger on the top of your deck for a counter blast? Like, it's so free! Oh. OTT, why did they give you such shenanigans? Like, that's the question I have to ask. I played the 4 copies of the Kuromegas. Stacking the deck actually isn't bad. That way you can know if you want to no guard or if the next 2 cards are just that amazing. Spoiler alert. It's never that good. And then we play the 1 copy of the Stride Fodder. Now, this deck does not play PGs. The way that this deck is designed, like I said, you're trying to aggro your opponent as fast as possible while you're trying to put on that pressure on the opponent, while the opponent can pretty much counter rush. I mean, you've got the 12Ks to kind of alleviate that, but you're just trying to first stride kill your opponent. This is our starter. This thing is actually pretty interesting. So, Oracle. Put this unit in your soul, choose cards from your hand and discard it. Search your deck for up to 3 cards from your deck and reveal them. Your opponent chooses 2 cards from among them. Put the chosen cards into your drop zone and put the rest into your hand. So basically, if I need the orange, if I need any sort of Bobo to accelerate my combo, if any combo piece you need, it's all wrapped up right here. And then we're just crits deep. Alright. We are 8 crits, and then 4 copies of the old Psychic Bird. This is interesting because we're using these as a means to accelerate further into the deck. Whenever we need is 1 more step away. And then 4 copies of the new heal trigger. You'd be surprised how good the new Psychic Bird actually is in this deck. A free end of soul at any time, by the way. So you draw Psychic Bird and Psychic Bird and Psychic Bird and Psychic Bird. No problem. We can just resolve that and do our thing. Alright. The G-Zone. Well, oh my gosh. So many tokens. With Misaki is life. Actually. Alright. Now, we play the 1 copy of the old Pressure. So you would think that this card doesn't come up, but it still does. Being able to still pressure your opponent. I mean, it's not like you don't have the room for this. Now, this is a new Stillwater that they made. So, while it's face up in your G-Zone, cards in your G-Zone count towards the number of cards in your hand, so enjoy that free Oracle. And then Counterblast 1, turn a card face up from your G-Zone, draw a card until the end of the turn. Your opponent's auto abilities of Guardians, and this unit gets Oracle units in your front row get 2k power. And you know, those Perfect Guard Sentinels that require, auto abilities to trigger? Yeah, she turns them off. She's an aggressor, and she's pretty good. And the power she gets for every 2k, yeah. We play the 4 copies of the old Stillwater. No G Guardians. That's how I feel about that card. Just 1 copy of Sabreeze, in case we've been denied and need it. 1 copy of Dismal to protect key G Guardians. 1 copy of Racktome for discard. 1 super big G Guardian. 1 copy of the Draw Power, and the 2 copies of the Son of Eternity, Amaterasu, wrapping up this OTT deck profile. Guys, please check out our friends at TradingCardMint.com down below. Please tell me what you guys think about the deck. And well, guys, I'm out. Peace.
That's not all, card fighters. Please subscribe for more Cardfight Vanguard content. Please remember to check out MCole40 for Yu-Gi-Oh videos, and please check out MColeGames.com, my store, along with No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for all of your guys' trading card game needs as well. Until next time, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button. Later.